Today, playing this game, we're going to be playing with Andrew Blackburn and Bobby Andre and our cameraman, Silas Ratliff. Yep, and yours truly, me. We're going to go over the game a little bit because Andrew's new to the game, so we're going to just go over and run through the cards, sort of what they do, and it'll also help you guys understand and follow the game as we go along. So first off is the secret card. This card here, it's going to be the Tanner card. This card is that secret card I was talking about earlier. This card really just wants to end up lie and act like he's the werewolf, and he actually wants to get killed at the end of the night. So there's really a lot of fun gameplay with this, and people that get this really have to play their cards right and really make themselves suspicious and end up getting beat at the end of the night.
It's a fun card.
Next, we have the werewolf. The werewolf card. This card is the main villain of the game. They want to lie and cheat their way through the system to make sure that they don't get caught at the end of the night. The way a werewolf wins is both werewolves have to end the night and still be alive. If even one werewolf dies, they technically both lose. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hate that card.
Next up, we have the Troublemaker. This one's a fun one. Troublemaker does exactly how its name is. It causes just a bunch of chaos and trouble. What it allows it to do is it allows me to switch, or whoever has the card to switch two other people's cards. So I can take Bobby's here and Andrew's and switch them, but I can't look at them, so I don't know what they are, but I can switch them. Next up, we have the Seer of the game. The Seer, what it does is it allows you to look at the middle pile. It looks two cards from the middle or one other person's card. It's just a really good informative card that lets everybody gain a lot of information on the field and be able to understand what's going on.
The card has really bad bug eyes.
Next, we have the Robber. This Robber is a little bit different than the Troublemaker. Similar but different. Whereas the Troublemaker can switch two people's cards, I can switch my card and somebody else's card, and I can look at this card. So if I'm the Robber, you'll see whenever it calls up for them to open their eyes, they'll open their eyes, they'll take the card, they'll look at it, and switch it with theirs. This will make sure that they know what the card they have, and they can argue either way. So if they're a werewolf, they know what they're getting into, and if they're not a werewolf, then they know who to go after. And finally is probably the most confusing card in the game, the Doppelganger. The Doppelganger, it is capable of looking at one person's card each night, and it copies that card instantly. So if it copies the werewolf, it instantly becomes a werewolf and opens its eyes when the werewolves open their eyes. If it copies the Troublemaker, it immediately does the Troublemaker's job. The Robber and the Seer is the same way. It does their jobs immediately as soon as they see them. If it becomes a Tanner, it assumes the same role as a Tanner and just wants to become wants to get killed at the end of the night also. So that's the cards. The general gameplay. Yeah. Well, that's all the cards. You'll probably pick up on the gameplay pretty quickly as we go along. So let's just get right into the game, and here we go. Okay, so how the game works is everybody can look at their cards right now, but as soon as we start the game up on our phone, there's an app on the phone that lets you go through it. As soon as the game starts up on your phone, then you can no longer look at your card anymore, and everybody has to close their eyes. But you take this time to look at your card, find your role, and prepare for what you got to do next.
You ready?
All right, and we're gonna get right into this.
I'm doing some hot take crap. I'm screen recording.
Everyone, close your eyes. Doppelganger, wake up and look at another player's card. You are now that role. If you view the Seer, Robber, or Troublemaker card, do your action now. Doppelganger, close your eyes. Werewolves, wake up and look for other werewolves. If there is only one werewolf, you may look at a card from the center. Werewolves, close your eyes. Seer, wake up. You may look at another player's card, or two of the center cards. Seer, close your eyes. Robber, wake up. You may exchange your card with another player's card, and then view your new card. Robber, close your eyes. Troublemaker, wake up. You may exchange cards between two other players. Troublemaker, close your eyes. Everyone, keep your eyes closed and reach out and move your card around slightly. Everyone, wake up.
All right. Now what happens is we have 5 minutes to talk amongst ourselves, figure out what's going on, find evidence, and guess who's guilty or who's not guilty.
No, we started.
Yeah, you go.